game, what went wrong for Chelsea in your opinion? Was it mentality? Was it just individual mistakes?
No, tactical problem.
Go on.
I said that many times. It's not of a mistake of the players. Forget that it's his mistake. It's him shoving Enzo, Palmer, and Caicedo in a midfield. It worked once or twice when he had Caicedo inverting. Chelsea are so suspect on the transition. And the difference between the Chelsea when they have position and Chelsea when they take risks. They have Cole Palmer taking risks. They have Madueke taking risks. And Nkunku taking risks. That means they're going to lose the ball. They are so suspect leaving Caicedo isolated in the middle. It is so obvious. And by the way, that is why he's playing 4 defenders at the back that was so defensive with Disasi, Colwell, and Adebayo. The problem is Caicedo. If Caicedo doesn't make the tackle in the middle, Chelsea are cooked. Cooked. There is no one else. Enzo Fernandez can't recover. Cole Palmer is a 95% offensive midfielder. He cannot defend. Enzo Fernandez can defend. And it's everything. He's leaving. It's exactly what happened. Mauricio Pochettino did this last season when he played Enzo next to Caicedo, and Caicedo was exposed a little. Enzo Maresca is insisting on playing these 3, assuming that no one is going to counter-attack him. Delap, Amari Hutchinson, they were passing around Caicedo. He's a one-man army in the middle. One-man army.
Our manager was...
We saw Fulham 10 times on the transition. Caicedo's isolated. Why? Because Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer can defend. That's not, by the way, that's not their fault. They are just how they are built. It is on the manager to find the right combination. He did it with Lavia and Caicedo inverting from the right back. But now you don't have Lavia. It doesn't mean everything should collapse. And it's collapsing on transition. By the way, Everton created chances a little bit on the transition again without their best player, McNeil, Fulham, and now today we watch Ipswich. If Maresca's being found out and he keeps repeating the same mistake and he doesn't see the problem, it's on him. Someone need to tell him, bro. It's not working.
I don't think it's that he's not seeing the problem. I just think that, again, part of it is that some of these players aren't very good. I do also think, like the Disasi pass back that's not a system issue. That is purely a player issue.
Why is he even starting anyway?
Why is he playing right back?
Why is he starting anyway?
Because okay, all the fan base has been going at Malo Gusto for the past 5 games saying, "Oh, he's been terrible. Why is he playing right back?" He makes a change to what people. I don't know what other people would have wanted, but he makes a change.
You've got a young right back on the bench.
Can I finish? But I'm just saying, he put the Sassy right back today to try and do something new. It didn't work. But again, he's a new manager. He's gonna make mistakes. Like I'm so confused how people because I know we were doing well. Doesn't mean it's going to continue forever. That's not how it works. It's a new squad. These are young players. It's a new manager. What I will say about today's game, again, I thought we were very unlucky in today's game as well because ball was cleared off the line 3 or 4 times. The penalty was never a penalty. How that was ever given as a penalty, I don't know.
Agreed. Never a pen. Never
a penalty, and that put us 1-0 down from the start, and then the Ipswich has something to hold on to. And then the second goal is a player mistake. So again, when you take a step back and you look at the whole game, even regardless of the mistakes, and I said the same thing when we had Poch as well, regardless of the mistakes, we probably still should have won that game anyway. Am I going to throw the baby out the bathwater? No, I'm not. That's not what I'm going to do. The manager can make mistakes. I'm fine with that, as long as he doesn't repeat them. And again, we're 19 games in. It's too early to say whether he's repeating the same mistakes. It's just too early.
Bro, I saw Disasi inverting in midfield in the second half. Kukurea.
Yeah, he didn't invert. He didn't invert at all. He couldn't do it. He didn't invert.
I can get a screenshot of it.
No, what he didn't. No, he might have appeared there once. He didn't invert. He wasn't inverting.
Every time Disasi stepped into midfield, he was poor. He only delivered one good pass to Madueke the whole game. That was it. He can't play that role
David,
in the
people
system.
David.
So if that again, that's one of the main bits of the system is that fullback inverting. If you don't have someone who can do that, then it ruins the whole system.
Then just don't.
But more what you said about the midfield.
My question to Maresca would be:
before you go in, CD, go ahead, David.
I was going to say, why haven't you got Kukurea to invert and then make the Sassy play as the third centre?
Okay, let me ask you something. Everyone complained about Malo Gusto inverting. They didn't complain about Malo Gusto's being a traditional right back. And instead of him playing Malagusto as a traditional right back, trying to help Madueke and overlapping, he's making Disasi underlap to receive the ball inside the pitch from Madueke. And I've seen Madueke today trying to dribble 3 guys. It's not going to work. What is it? Why in the second half he didn't put Malagusto as a traditional right back, overlapping, trying to help Madueke, to isolate Madueke at least inside the pitch instead of having Madueke against 3 guys? That mistake, you're telling me he listened to the fans? You're telling me that Maresca listened to the fans, David? Yes, Malagusto, I'm going to put you on the bench and put Disasi, who's worse on the ball, to play inside the pitch as well. I don't think he did, bro. I don't think he did. I think he wanted to prove a point. I'm using the whole squad. Today, the way he played Felix, the way he played Madueke, it's about, I'm using the whole squad. I'm giving everyone a chance. Bro, you didn't. Bro, you didn't. You literally fucked up the game.
Yeah. Sorry. Say last point, and then we'll want to go.
Sometimes you have to do that to make the point to the squad. You don't just get given minutes. You have to.
You lost 3 points. Okay. Great.
No, but sometimes you have to do it.
That's what I'm saying. You're
telling me you've never seen a manager put something out and make a point to say, "Oh, you want to try and
not
do this."
Not if they know that not if they know if it's an inferior team that might lose the game. No, David.
Guys, do that in the Conference League.
Guys, I understand there's loads to talk about, but there's obviously loads of things to jump into as well. I'm going to go to Cam in a minute about Man United, but I did want to ask you all about the penalty in the game, because the first. I've seen, I mean, what's your opinions on it? The first angle I saw, it looked like no contact. I've seen a reverse angle where you can see his foot get caught. But what I don't understand is that we saw the VAR angles, and VAR doesn't show the angle that I've seen. So I am still getting a little bit confused as to how it.
Yeah, so I'm like, when I saw, like, as a non-Chelsea fan, when I saw it in real time, and even in the for me, like, when it's a keeper versus a striker, for it to be like a penalty, I would think he makes significant contact or he stops him from getting around or whatnot. When he dove, I get it, they're both going at the same time. What caught was the trailing leg after he was gone. He was already past him. So that for me is why. If the trailing leg had caught him when he could still control and actually make a shot, then cool, I get it. But his trailing leg tapped him. Like, not even, like, we've heard marginal contact before. They've been saying this. It's been a new thing. I've been hearing it over and over this year. Oh, it was marginal. It was marginal. I watched Rodgers get pulled by his shirt. And I'll never forget this. This one really pissed me off. Rodgers versus Nottingham Forest. Pulled shirt. You see the pull shirt. They go, but that was marginal. Arms being pulled, all that. So now when it's a keeper who marginally touches a striker who's already past him, it's a pen. For me, it's just like, that makes no sense. That's marginal. It wasn't going to impact anything. They both got there pretty late, and there was no chance of him. He couldn't have scored a goal.
Yeah, but there was no evidence to overturn it, Cam. And I think that's what the commentators said.
The whole VAR and replay system in England, it drives me nuts because like, I watch it in other sports where they see it, they have people make calls, they don't even go back to the ref. They go, yeah, you got that wrong. It's cool. Move on. Let's go. And for whatever reason, we in the Prem, they just default to, well, the ref said it this way, so now we got to have him maybe go look at it. It was not a pen.
Yeah. I think the referee call thing has become. I understand what they're doing when they're saying no, unless there's unless there's a clear and obvious mistake, they're not going to change their mind.
Bonkers.
Well, again, I don't understand, because I saw there's a penalty yesterday that Spurs got, and when you watch the replay, you can clearly see it was that is what I would call a coming together of two players, because neither had the ball. They both put their foot towards the ball. Neither would have got the ball. Neither would have got it. But because the referee gave the decision, they've gone, well, there's not enough to overturn it. So how do we know there isn't enough? We don't know what you're both saying. It's the referee calls thing is nonsense. We need to be looking to give the right call. And I think if you watch the Chelsea replay again and again, I just think if you watch the replay, there's not enough evidence to give a penalty. So for me, it feels like an error.
So just can I add something here, Cam? Actually, Terry, you're right. There is not, if you watch it over and over again, there is not enough evidence. Do you know what the problem is, guys? The freaking referee was so rushed to give the penalty on the pitch. And he didn't wait for VAR. And the problem is they kept watching it. That's why it took a long time. They kept watching it. I tried to see the contact and I couldn't make a decision on it. I'm like, did the trailing leg catch him? Is there a touch? Is there a no touch? I couldn't make a decision. And in VAR, they couldn't. So they told them, okay, stick to the on-field decision. And that is the problem. When a referee is not sure about a penalty, don't give it.
Yeah,
wait for the VAR to correct
this
you.
Is the thing. But again, maybe though, and this is why we need more clarity, because maybe the referee has said, like the opposite angle I've seen, that VAR didn't. So this is people go, Terry, you said you saw an angle where it was contact. Yes, but VAR hasn't seen that. We need to know what the referee's saying. Because the referee says, I could clearly see the trailing leg catch his right leg as he's going to go past the goalkeeper. If VAR doesn't show it, well, we can't disprove the referee, right? Referee says he's seen it. We don't know what the referee said he's seen. And that's the same with all these decisions. The fact that it's so cloak and dagger. If you're going to use VAR, but you're now going to bring in referee's call, we have to know what the referee's call was. But yeah, look, I thought that was a little bit poor.